Now, the good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from Soldier Field. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Here we go.
Starting on the ground with Herbert. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago. 18 carries, 77 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in the running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
He will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Herbert powering up the middle. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. You talk about this Rams defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Oh, and a gain of 3 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. To throw is Fields. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. There he goes, right side. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So the Rams in great position here as they get things started. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Bush going down the middle, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2? Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
On 2nd down, here's Fields. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Trenton Simpson charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Fields now to throw. They'll set up the screen for Herbert. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. He'll field this at the 5. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
Ernest Jones there for the tackle. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 13-yard line.
Off the play fake. Bush. And he's got his big tight end here. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
First down, Los Angeles.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Stopped on the play by Kyler Gordon.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Looking to throw. Bush. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Off play action, Bush. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
On first down, Bush. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A beautiful fake. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Now they'll run on the draw. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. But he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 8 yards out.
And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
Now Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw, Fields.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And they can't bring him down.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he goes out right around the 39. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw. Bush. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line.
1st down, Rams.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Bush flushed out right.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
84 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1.
Operating from the gun. Bush flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around, they're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
And this will be a touchback. Barrios deciding not to bring it out.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he still makes a catch, even though it was tapped by the linebacker.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's the end of the third quarter of play, with the score Rams 28, Bears nothing.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field, and they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And this is caught. He hits more. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Bears 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Josh Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields. They'll set up the screen to Herbert.
So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. That is caught.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31.
Here's Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. Touchdown Bears! Cole Kmet, 31 yards. And the Bears are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 103 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Back to throw. Bush. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Rams add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's Fields. That one on the money to Bourne downfield.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Now it's Fields.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
3rd and long. It's Fields. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the football here at their own 23.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Here we go, here we go. Let's go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate.